So, this is where you decided to find yourself, huh? What do you want? Listen, Hyper, I know this is probably the last thing you want to hear, but we need you back out there in the arena. No, I'm not that guy anymore. But Hyper, there's a sweaty 3-stack AK-47 medium team with defibrillators and healing beams in the arena right now. You son of a bitch. I'm in.
What the heck are you saying? Probably speaking some Spanish. Oh my god, it's an alien. He's a foreigner, ain't he? No, not from Mexico, Brayden. He crashed slow on the pavement. Dummy, that's a spaceship.
We found the location.
Patience, sneak in and take him. Retreat the spaceship with no hesitations. Don't let the locals know that we survey them. Trust them with forces, they make altercations. Good gracious, how did they make this? Go get my tools, get some beer races. Bullets are nations, made by aliens. Like Toyota, dummy, that's Asian.
Got him.
What the heck are you saying? Those are government agents. Knock it off, he's a harmless Asian.
We're preventing invasion.
Hello everyone, welcome to episode 9 of Contestant Loadouts, the series where I give you fun loadouts to try in the finals. Keep in mind, these loadouts aren't designed to be meta so much as they are to be fun. So save your comments on how suboptimal this loadout is, cause I really don't care. Today's loadout is probably one you've been expecting for a while, considering it's basically my channel avatar at this point. It's the Alien Loadout. That's right, today we'll be invading the arena and causing some havoc. But how do you play as an alien in the finals? What equipment are we running, and which outfit will we be wearing? Only one way to find out. Let's start creating our contestant. Aliens have access to all sorts of great technology, such as the cloaking device that lets you go invisible, and that will be our specialization. You can make a case for the dash instead, but for reasons I'll get into later, I went with the cloaking device. Our weapon is the V9S, for one very specific reason, this skin. It literally turns the gun into a ray gun. If you don't have the money for the skin, no worries, the loadout will play the same. The first gadget we'll be taking with us is the glitch grenades, another piece of alien technology that allows us to disable those ever so fragile human electronics. Next up, we'll be taking the invisibility bomb to give ourselves another way to turn invisible. And for our final gadget, we'll be teleporting just like an alien would, using the gateway. Fashion for this episode is pretty simple. We'll be using the alien outfit from season 1, or at the very least the alien head, which I am a very big fan of in case you couldn't tell. If you don't have the alien outfit, then I highly recommend slapping yourself in the face for not playing the finals during season 1. I mean seriously, what else were you playing? Modern Warfare 3? In all seriousness, aliens come in all shapes, sizes, and outfits, and since a lot of you watching probably don't have the alien cosmetics, maybe just try wearing some kind of futuristic looking cosmetics that cover your body and block your face. And with that, we're set to begin our mischievous invasion of the arena. So, how do we play as an alien in the finals? You know, I planned on retiring completely after what happened to Daryl. But he would understand, I can't let these 3-stack mediums go unchecked in the arena. But my journey of self-discovery was still a good thing at the end of the day, because it brought me to the Alien Loadout. This loadout focuses on two principles, stealth and disruption. We're going to be very sneaky and very annoying. Now I can't guarantee this loadout will make you beat every Sweatlord 3-stack medium team you come across, but it'll annoy the fuck out of them, and that's good enough for me. Starting with our first principle, stealth. This is the main reason we brought two invisibility-focused gadgets. Use the bombs when the cloaking device is cooling down and vice versa. If you manage the cooldowns right, you can spend a decent amount of the match invisible. You can pull off a lot of good flanks like this since people have to be fairly close to see you while you're cloaked, and they'll probably be too distracted to hear you running up on them. If you really want to piss people off, camp in a corner you know enemies will be showing up at while you're cloaked. If you're standing still, you'll be almost completely invisible until you start shooting. And by that point you pretty much have the kill if your aim with the ray gun is at least decent. I tended to only do this if someone was chasing me cause it's a pretty ratty strategy otherwise, and I don't want to ruin anyone's day. I got a lot of bad stuff in my past to make up for. However, if you're a 3-stack medium, healing beam AK-47 defib team, wouldn't get wrecked, loser. Now, invisibility is great for surprise attacks from stealth, but something to keep in mind is the fact that you have lower health than other contestants and a gun that's okay but not amazing. So it's definitely best to go for a crash and dash playstyle. This is where the other two gadgets and the principle of disruption comes into play. Coming out of invisibility and immediately shooting is going to be the play a lot of the time, but if you have a couple seconds to spare before attacking, try throwing a glitch grenade to disable enemy abilities, and maybe throw out some gateways to give yourself a quick escape route. The glitch grenades are especially good for taking down mesh shields or the dome shields that you see heavy players running, since they'll explode on impact with either of those. This comes in handy a lot when you're playing power shift, since a lot of the players like to group up on the platform and put up every shield possible. And overall, I think this class is the most fun in power shift, since enemy positions are a lot more predictable, making them a lot more easy to flank and hit with the glitch grenades. But this loadout isn't too shabby for cash out either. That is, if you don't mind playing like a rat. You can use the gateway to get a cash box to a deposit a lot faster, then defend the cash out by waiting in a corner with invisibility enabled and pouncing on enemies with your ray gun. Try not to indulge in this too much though. I don't need you animals giving the rest of us aliens a bad name. If you're trying to steal an enemy cash out inside of a building, then it'll be a bit tough without help from your teammates. Glitch grenades are great and all, but an APS will easily catch one, and this class doesn't really have anything that destroys walls. So try getting your teammates to push first, then flank around the enemies while they're distracted for some easy kills. Now for some miscellaneous tips from beyond this world. First off, this class is great for stealth, but it's not immune to recon gadgets. So do your best to avoid sonar grenades or motion sensors, since they give your enemy free wall hacks to see where you are. If you get detected by one of these and have some time, pull back and try a different path. On the topic of gadgets you're not immune to while invisible, look out for mines. For some reason, when I use the cloaking device, I get careless and I tend to stop looking for traps, which led to more than a few deaths that were completely avoidable. Also, don't start a one-on-one head-on fight with a heavy player, because you will almost certainly lose. If you ignore all of my advice and die because of it, make sure to get on comms and say, "Please revive me, I have a ray gun." This provides no competitive advantage whatsoever. I just think it's kind of funny as an old-school COD Zombies player. And that's pretty much all there is to being an alien. I'll admit to being slightly biased, but this is one of my favorite loadouts so far. It's a fun way to piss off sweaty teams that aren't running any sort of recon equipment, which is one of my favorite things to do in this game. I really found myself with this loadout, and I think Daryl would be proud of me. By the way guys, Daryl's not dead, he just got severely burned by a Molotov. Speaking of which, Embark, I can't help but notice that you still haven't added a Molotov cocktail skin in the game. I swear to God, if you don't add one soon, I will use a gateway to teleport into your office and add one myself. Do I know how to create the in-game model and animations for it? Hell no. In fact, I'll probably mess up a lot of stuff by trying, so unless you want your hard work getting ruined, you better add one soon. Anyways, now that I've gotten back to my roots as an alien, I'm gonna try getting back to the roots of this series, while also making sure to help people with my next loadout. What is that loadout, you ask? Well, I guess you'll have to subscribe and stay tuned to find out. Until then, thank you guys for watching, and have a good one.